Hello, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Perez, and I'm going to be talking about the benefits of genetic engineering. What is genetic engineering? Is it bad? Is it dangerous? Or is it all salvation? Genetic engineering is a technique that uses genetic and biotechnology to join together DNA from one or more species of an organism and introduce the result into another organism in order to change one or more of its characteristics. There's a common belief that natural organisms are better in many aspects in comparison with modified organisms, also known as GMOs. But this is not necessarily right. Here, we can see four facts that have been proven by scientists throughout the years. The first being no relationship between GMOs and mutations in the human body have been proven. Second being organ health and the function of organs are unaffected by GMOs. Third being the fertility, pregnancy, and offsprings are unaffected by GMOs. And lastly, no evidence from gen transfers between GMOs and customers have been found. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in the United States and elsewhere, more than 90% of soybeans, cotton, corn, and certain other crops are already genetically engineered. GMOs are not science fiction. They are already a part of our reality and they are shaping the future every day. Humanity is learning how to control many aspects of biology and the way how humans live. And now it's starting to control evolution itself. This power can do great things, and in this presentation, I will talk about three beneficial parts of GMOs. These are going to be the health benefits, the potential increase in lifespan, and the use of genetic engineering in agriculture. First, I will mention the potential health benefits of genetic engineering. These are already visible around the world. One of the biggest breakthroughs in creating the human insulin was creating the human insulin. This is just one example of how genetic engineering has helped and manage the control of diseases, providing a healthier life. The prevention of diseases throughout genetic engineering is one of the major goals of researchers all over the world. Nowadays, scientists use vaccines to control different viruses and diseases. Vaccines are viruses or bacteria which have been modified in order to become a cure or an antidote for diseases. Some of the deadliest diseases in human history, like diphtheria, polio, yellow fever, and the influenza, have been largely controlled or wiped out because of vaccination. Here, we can see how many potential cases we save every year because of vaccination. 2.7 million cases of measles are prevented each year. 2 million cases of neonat tetanus is prevented each year, and 1 million cases of pertussis is prevented every year. The second thing I wanted to mention is why the genetic modification can increase lifespan. Although humans are already living longer and longer, our lifespan has shot up by a number of years in a very short amount of time. This is because the advances of modern medicine. Genetic engineering could make our time on Earth even longer. There are common illnesses and diseases like cardiomyopathy and Alzheimer's disease that can take hold later in life and can end up killing us sooner than expected. With genetic engineering, we could reverse some of the most basic reasons for the body to naturally decline on a cellular level, drastically improving both our lifespan and our quality of life. It could also help humans adapt for potential problems where we face in the future by force evolving humans, the process that normally takes many thousands of years. This technology is nowhere to ready, but is possible to develop for the future. Stephen Hawking said that with genetic engineering, we will be able to increase the complexity of our DNA and improve the human race. But this is a slow process because one would have to wait about 18 years to see the effects of changes in the genetic code. Lastly, I want to mention GMOs, and when it comes to agriculture, probably the most well-known form of GMO. Here we can see the percentage of GMO usage in all the countries. The top three being the United States with 53%, Argentina with 17%, and Brazil with 11%. Scientists have the power to manipulate genes in plants to make the crops more nutritious and give them the ability to fight against diseases. For example, fungal disease in bananas. Using biotechnology, we can enhance the sustainability of plants in the sense that the soil will last longer and that it normally does. Genetic engineering can also make the crops more resistant to falling victim for viruses, like plum pox virus or papaya ring virus. Take Hawaii, for example. The reason why Hawaii still has papaya trees is because researchers from the Cornell University created a papaya tree that is immune to ring spot viruses. Using genetic engineering in agriculture could also help crops grow faster, which is beneficial for society because it could potentially solve world hunger. Every day, there are more humans in the world, meaning that there are more mouths to feed. Statistics show that farmers will have to get more land, increase their crop production, and come up with ideas to use water more efficiently in irrigation systems if they are to keep up with the rapid population growth. Technology, this technology may offer the world a second chance. For example, producing drought-resistant plants could we could raise crops in places that we previously could not, or use less resources to do so. With genetic engineering, we could design crops that are better able to withstand harsh temperatures and are packed full of all the right ingredients. All of this in less space and in less time. At the beginning of this speech, I mentioned what genetic engineering was and if it was dangerous or a salvation. Today, I have chosen to mention 3 reasons why GMO can be beneficial for humanity and possibly solve one of the most serious problems we face. I mentioned how genetic mutation can have health benefits with the usage of vaccines. I also mentioned how this technology can help us extend our lives. And lastly, I mentioned how the use of GMOs in agriculture can potentially solve world hunger. Hopefully, after this speech, I have shed some light into the world of GMOs and how important and beneficial it is for humanity.